school policies and state laws in place to protect our children. And parents rely on them to keep our kids safe.
But now those laws are in question and under scrutiny after school employees in Highlands Ranch waited 3 days to report allegations of children as young as 6 inappropriately touching each other on school grounds.
Denver 7's Addie Guajardo spoke to the local newspaper that broke the story.
It's a headline that raises eyebrows and questions.
I don't feel safe. A school's nightmare. How educators responded to alleged sexual contact by first graders.
Colorado community media broke the story. For weeks, Jessica Gibbs and her editor, Mark Hardin, pored over documents, made countless calls that uncovered.
The investigators initially looked into allegations of sexual contact among students in the first grade.
The alleged inappropriate touching among first graders at Sand Creek Elementary School is believed to date back to October. The assistant principal began investigating under the direction of Principal Casey Whitehurst on February 18th.
What the story reveals is that there was a lot of confusion about exactly when they needed to report this.
Let's take a step back in time and shed light on details. The report released by the Douglas County Sheriff's Office to Denver 7 reveals that school officials waited 3 days to file a report. State law requires school officials to file a report immediately to Child Protective Services if there is suspected child abuse. The assistant principal claims Whitehurst asked her to look into the situation, and as she interviewed students.
From the assistant principal, and it reads, I pulled him aside for a moment and told him that this was bigger than we thought.
When she pressed, she says the principal said if it occurred again, they would contact police. Concerned, she eventually filed a report with the sheriff's office herself, which launched 2 investigations, one into unlawful sexual contact between students, the second into failure to report allegations. The principal, assistant principal, and 4 other school employees were placed on administrative leave.
I think it's important to note that there was no criminal violation found. No one's being prosecuted.
Denver 7 requested an interview with the school district, but they only provided a statement, reading in part, staff are required to abide by mandatory reporting laws set by the state of Colorado. In this instance, we proceeded in compliance with our policies. The principal resigned in March and took a similar position in Wisconsin. Gibbs says the other 5 employees are back on active status.
We'd like to know, do they feel that, are there changes needed within policy? Will there be changes made? What about the law itself?
Addie Guajardo, Denver 7.